Welcome everybody, as tractorchute here for the last of the Friday challenge submissions for the week. It's been a long day. In the lower left hand corner, finally a different race. It is the submitter of this one. It is VIDDY playing as the Zerg. So he will be limited to 0 larva injects to make it a little tougher. In the upper right hand corner, it will be a ZVZ apparently here. It will be aegispotae. Why do people have weird names that are hard to pronounce? Alright, it will be aegispotae. Aegis will work. Okay, fair enough. So we will get our game going here, as we do have ourselves a good old floating overlord by VIDDY. And same thing for his opponent here. So very good use so far here. Did get the food cheat out of aegispotae, canceling on that extractor. And I will tell you, the Friday challenge for next week, I sat down and I thought about it for a while. I believe it is going to be a tough one. I worked it out, tried to make it fair for all the races here. So I think it's going to be very interesting. We have had 3 prior games to this for the Friday challenge here. They were all pretty decent. Minus one that was maybe a little bit underwhelming due to the opponent's lack of skill. But either way, they were all enjoyable to me. I will tell you that much here. So I'll sit back and relax for a little bit here. But nobody going with any sort of an early spawning pool from what I can see here. And the APM, not too bad, 52 to 26. So APM is actually fairly decent in this game here. If we take a look down here, yeah, the spawning pool just going down at the 13 mark. Opponent working about the same down at the 12 mark here. So nobody looking to do any sort of early rushing with the good old dogs. Usually ZVZ doesn't work out overly well anyways here. So those two overlords will cross each other at the same time. But Aegis has elected to send itself down a drone just to get a little bit earlier of a scout on his opponent here. Basically, more or less wants to find out the timing of the spawning pool and whether or not it's going to be a hatch. First, we are going apparently extractor. Wow. So going to get a nice early extractor out of VIDDY here. And in the meantime, their opponent has done actually the same thing, double extractor. Wowzer. So definitely going fairly gas heavy. Leads me to believe we are going to see some metabolic boost dogs coming out here, I would have to imagine. So it looks like VIDDY's going to pull a drone off the line there, chase around his opponent's drone of Aegis there, and we'll just get the spawning pool finishing up here, which will allow him to get a couple dogs out here to definitely finish off that drone here. So drone not doing too bad of a job. Does see the finish time of that there, does see the one gas down. Pretty much has the intel he needs there. VIDDY pulls down another drone off the line there, and have to imagine he can expand. Will he delay that? We will find out here. He's going to stand and try and do his best to delay that there. And does look like VIDDY is going to scout at the same time there. So he is going to work his drone out there. So Aegis will end up saving himself a drone, as it's going to work itself across the map back to its own home base here. And it does look like we have managed to supply block ourselves for Aegis. So very well done there. And no metabolic boost as of yet. Probably saving up the gas, I would have to imagine here. And we are going right into early layer technology. Wowzer. So he must have a plan on tap here. Doesn't have a queen even out as of yet here. So very interesting build out of Aegis. Very curious what he's trying to do. We did get the obvious expansion coming out of VIDDY there, which we were expecting. And in the meantime there, VIDDY not anything as of yet. No dogs, no queen. So both these guys are pretty much with fairly the same build here with the 0 queen build. Never seen it before. And VIDDY actually spine crawler right in his opponent. That is a little cocky placement, especially with the dogs coming out. VIDDY doesn't care. He does get the cancel on that, so very well done by VIDDY. Fairly interesting move there. I do like to see the creativity. We are also going to put 4 workers on that gas. That's an extra big mine to mine out of there. And we'll take a look down the other end here. VIDDY, is he still riding on 1 gas? Yes, he is still going to ride that baby on 1 gas. He's doing a little bit of a drone transfer here to attack his opponent, who did the exact same thing, building his spine crawler there. So we'll force a cancel. Yes, he does. So very well done there. And VIDDY, of course, getting that nice layer technology out as well. So wowzer, both these guys getting very early layer technology. Maybe they both have the exact same idea. There we go. Needs to get them working there. Apparently he wants to put them all. Are they attacking that thing? Apparently wants to attack his own. Oh, sorry, that's the opponent putting the extractor down. So opponent really being more of a pain in the ass than anything here. Does get the cancel on that there. And we are going to elect to get a baneling nest. So very interesting build so far here. Do like to see the dog slash banelings. Of course, this is going to kind of suck. I guess there is really no point in having the queens down there, as they can't really do anything for you. And it also has a spore crawler going down. So very well done there. And at the meantime, down at his second base there, he does have nothing as of yet, but does have some dogs on the map here. Dogs are going to move across the map. They do have 8 dogs altogether. And his opponent won't have a whole heck of a lot. He has 6 dogs, so fairly even. So might end up working for him, but at the same time, his opponent does have a queen, so that'll work out. Hidden expansion goes down for Aegis. Very well done there. Will be very, very interesting to see how this game's going to turn out, as both these guys seem to be very, very even. Do like to see that there. And there we go. Finally get our own extractor down here. Finally puts his workers back to work. A little bit delayed on that, but that's quite fine. We'll forgive you. And there we go. Dogs are going to come down here, and they will see all the dogs standing on the Raptor and just go to work on them. They're on the whole position for a little bit there, and we'll actually massacre right through these dogs here. But like I say, with the queen help there, slowly moving off creep. Might actually be close to being able to kill the queen, but I don't think they're going to have enough there. Queen might be able to finish. Oh, maybe not. Could be wrong. Queen is forced to retreat. Might get a queen kill here early, which will be very helpful. And he absolutely does get a queen kill. And now he's going to work on the mineral line. Might get an early finish, but maybe not there, as he was smart enough to pull them all back and start fighting on top of the dogs there. So they do a very good job. Gets them back to work right away. Needs to get the Aero 3 back on that gas there. Hopefully he realizes it. Puts 1 on there. Hopefully puts 3 on it this time instead of 4. And over here at his expansion there, it is just finishing up as well here. So it does look like we are getting ourselves a macro hatch and right to spire, so very good choice there. And like I say, with the lack of being able to larva inject, it is definitely handy to get that macro hatch up there. Almost a necessity. Is going to plant down some spine crawlers at the front of his base, make sure he can fend off any sort of dog attacks. These dogs are back, planting themselves on the ramp there up to his base. And it does look like our layer technology, the choice is Spire as well, so both these guys look to go to muta builds here. At the meantime, VIDDY will need to get the gases going on his expansion as well as his opponent in order to make this build work, as muta on one base isn't the best build in the world, I will tell you that much here. But he is looking to move his dogs out here with 10 dogs moving across the map here. Spine crawlers are going to finish in time with the support of the dogs here. He should be alright with this attack coming here, as they will barely finish. One goes up, the other two will finish just before the opponent ends up getting up there, I would have to imagine. And yes, there's the other one going down, and third will follow suit. So he will have enough to fend this off quite easily, I would have to imagine. Look at the range of those things. Those are some big tentacles coming out there, and will force his opponent to retreat here. So take a look there. We also have a couple corruptors out on the field early here. So very, very interesting. Don't know if he's maybe looking to go to Broodlords, sorry. We'll soon find out here. Either that, or maybe he's expecting to see some mutas on the field here. Not entirely sure what his intellect on doing that was there, but we'll soon find out. And it does look like he is slowly droning up at his base here. He's getting the queen coming out as well here on his expansion. So very well done there. VIDDY has a little bit of vision over there, so realize he's not in the area of the third. And has his dogs patrolling left, right, and central. There's a lot of dogs patrolling back and forth here, so looking pretty decent. Fairly funny that they both have fairly even mineral counts here. And there we go. VIDDY is now getting some banelings on the map here, so he is going to look to bust them out. Look at these hidden expansions. Aegis loves his hidden expansions. Another one in the bottom right. Has a floating overlord kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but at least giving him some map vision there. And in the meantime, is he going right to Hive? Like I say, I would imagine it would have been Broodlords there. But like I say, it looks like they are to fend off possibly mutas. So very interesting type idea there. And 10 banelings have finished up for VIDDY. So now he's got his option. Does he get the special centripetal hooks? I believe is what they are called. Are they not here? Yes, the centrifugal hooks. There you go. Even better word there. Does not have that to get the speed going there. In the meantime there, I would have to imagine that we are going to start seeing some mutas hit the field here pretty quick. And we are actually going to move out here. There's a few mutas here. So we have 3 mutas and a few banelings here. So they're going to start pushing their way across the map here, see what kind of damage they can do. And they will be able to do actually quite a bit of damage here, as he doesn't have anything other than the 7 dogs. So very, very interesting there. Of course, he does scout, does know that the mutas are on the field there now that they are attacking the Overlord here. So we are going to start pushing ahead with these banelings here. But like I say, they're going to have nothing to attack other than buildings here, unless he gets them in that mineral line, which probably would be ideal for him here. So VIDDY will stand himself at the other end of the map here while he waits for a couple more reinforcements, one being an Overseer for vision, and maybe wait for this muta to finish up on the Overlord here. So there he goes, does finish up on the Overlord, so we'll get him back in the army, and he's ready to push this baby up here. So here we go, we're going to find out whether or not he can do the damage here. Oh, and there's those corruptors coming into play there, and we'll blow up those dogs quite easily here. Work his way into the queen. No, oh, did work his way into the queen. What a waste of banelings. That was probably an accident, or maybe he wasn't too sure how many banelings it took to take out a queen there. We'll actually get the kill on the second queen there, so very well done. Overseer will end up going down. Yes, that was definitely not the most efficient use by no means of his banelings here, and they do finish off the rest of them. And a few dogs will actually end up making it in the base here. They're going to go to work here. Not much to stop him here, so he will be forced to pull all those drones over to try and attack those dogs, unless he wants to wait for his units to come out here, which are just drones here. So he does have to attack the dogs with drones, so forcing a little bit of delayed mining time here. In the meantime there, VIDDY has got himself out another expansion there. Does force them all right off the line. Very good move getting him off there. And will actually retreat himself right back out of there. Maybe sit at the bottom of the Raptor. Does have one following drone. And that drone will actually go down due to following out. That's what you get for following dogs right there. You end up dying. So, of course, with the third going down here, if we take a look at our opponent's expansions, he has a bunch of gas mining and one on the minerals over here. So not being too efficient on his drone count, but not looking too bad. VIDDY right back into banelings here. Has himself five more banelings about to hit the map here, and they're all building over here. So there we go. And like I say, I wouldn't mind seeing these ones possibly hit the mineral line rather than hit the queen. But we'll soon find out what he wants to do with them. Maybe he thinks banelings love queens. Who knows here? Let's find out what his option is this time here. And yes, he has realized finally it was a waste the first time. So now we're going mineral line, which is what he needs to attack. Trying to get a bunch up there. Not that bad. Did a fairly decent job. Take a look at his worker kill tap 16. So decent job. Much better use of the banelings the second time through there. And his third is now up and running, so he could start getting some gas on that baby here. Taking a look, he does still have 3 mutas, but we have 7 corruptors, which will easily counter that. And it is very funny how VIDDY is somehow maintaining his lead in larva count here, even though he's not allowed to larva inject. It does work quite well for him, doing pretty decent here. Take a look at the production tab here. We do have our metabolic boost coming down for VIDDY, and we do have the double evil going down for his opponent, who has got himself into hive technology, I do believe, or at least we'll have it coming here, as he does have the infestation pit. So I would have to imagine that we will see hive technology, or maybe he's looking to get into infestors. Who knows? But either way there, he is amassing a little bit of an army. Too bad the army contains mainly corruptors. We'll definitely need to get some form of a ground force going at some point in time, or at least some anti-ground force. And over here, once again, we are just continuing to get gas. Apparently, we have 13. This is a very deep Vespian mine here. In case anybody didn't know, in the upper left-hand corner of this map, this is the deepest Vespian mine and gas you can get. You can put 16. We can put 16 on there. We are actually rallying our drones right into there. That is how deep this mine is, all right? So you can put 16 on that one there. It's not recommended. But if you are in this league, you can definitely do so. Take a look at the APM tab. The 6252 is actually very decent for lower level league. I will say that here. And I'm assuming that he's going to continue to drone these right into there. And we'll soon find out. Are we going to get this baby up to 18? Will be very interesting. Could start making the most miners I've ever seen on a gas. And there they go. Why not? 18. So obviously not paying a whole lot of attention to his third up there. And it does look like VIDDY has amassed enough of them already to move out here. And this could be a lot of trouble for his opponent, as nothing on the ground. He has 4 queens basically. 7 corruptors might be able to take care of a few of these mutas. But other than that there, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. It does look like VIDDY has amassed a lot of units here, or a lot of mineral count. I was going to say 1,400 to 600. So looking pretty decent there. In the meantime there, it looks like there was a little bit of an attack down here. And he's got nobody mining gas up here. Maybe he could spare some of the 16 he had in here. But he finally did realize it, so very well done. Like I say, might have not been paying a whole lot of attention to this base. But in the meantime there, VIDDY's looking to go kill this base, and he should have nobody to stop him up here. He will go to work and easily clean this right up here. Not too much they'll do, but they'll be lucky if he gets any of those drones out of there. And he will not at all. They did actually turn the drones to attack there. So we'll lose this entire base. That's a lot of drone count he lost up there. That was at least, I think... Oh, don't tell me you're going to run those in there. Good thing you didn't waste those banelings there. Did end up losing one of them or 2 of them in there on the Broodlords. But either way, fairly decent job there. Does take out that base. And also knows that this base is down here once he does end up getting down here. So finally realized it. Got his workers mining the gas. So very well done. So his opponent now up to 6 mutas, so has finally got in the mutas, but at the same time, VIDDY has 15 mutas, so fairly decent count on the mutas. 26 dogs, 4 banelings. Like I say, other than those 6 mutas, he's got no anti-ground at all, so I don't think it's going to go overly well. VIDDY's ready to go clean up the rest of his expansion here. There's the rest of the mutas going, or the rest of his expansions here, and he will get them all clumped up here. Now move them in the base, and of course have no threat there at all other than the 1 queen. And we'll clean this up quite easily here. Drones are going to look to try and get out of there, but of course the mutas cleaned it up quite easily here. So he's going to go to work and finish this off very easily there. Going to start going to work on the hatchery there. We'll finish that up. Finish off the last of the Broodlords, and has the opponent sitting on 1 base and still somehow keeping a larva count advantage. Absolutely unbelievable. I will have to give you a gold medal for this game of how you somehow kept up on the larva when your opponent was able to use injects there, but at the same time your opponent now has 12 mutas, so building out the muta count, but at the same time VIDDY has 21 mutas and actually has some ground units to get in on the base there, and there'll be nothing he can do about it. So there should be a lot of trouble, and he's actually looking to engage the army. I'm not too sure if that's the best move. But either way, I mean, maybe he feels he got it. If he takes out all those mutas there, he might have a chance here. If those corruptors can definitely do their job here. It does look like VIDDY is actually retreating. So VIDDY apparently feels that he doesn't have the army to do so here. So he's going to get back to his base, sit back there and amass up a few more units, I would have to imagine. Look, he's got a very big mineral count, so could definitely build quite a bit of ground units if he chooses to do so. Maybe a mass amount of dogs. There we go. Got more overlords coming out as well here. And there we go. It is time to move out now. So apparently they got their exercise. They're rested up. They're ready to go back. And the opponent, in the meantime, where is he going with everybody? He's apparently split up a few of his units here, so he is sitting at the base here. There they all are. Did send the one muta around the map. They're not entirely sure what that muta is going to do, but it's going to go do a little bit of scouting here. So we are going to move ourselves in here, and like I say, those dogs are going to run right through. Muta's going to take care of the air army here, or at least do their very best. That is a lot of corruptors here. Has it kind of walled off there, so not looking too bad. VIDDY, in the meantime, what the hell did he do with his dogs here? His dogs are actually way over there, not entirely too sure why. Leaving his mutas out to dry. This isn't going very well for him here. He's actually going to end up losing probably all those mutas. Has to retreat them. Yes, did end up actually losing a mass amount of mutas there, mainly due to the fact that his ground army didn't get in there. Ground army could have at least got in there and done a ton of damage. Now they're finally getting in there, but of course that is a very big wall off and very tough with that very tiny choke point. Not a lot VIDDY can do here. Really needs to be attacking on the evil chamber or something here. Very tough for him. Corruptors have basically cleaned up all the mutas on the map here, and they're going to work on the rest of his mutas. Has 7 of them left here, and those corruptors are easily going to clean that up. Mutas are trying to take down the evil chamber as well here. So very good defend. I will say that much here. Queen will actually start going to work here, trying to finish off the rest of the dogs here. Has some banelings that really want to get in there, but they weren't able to get in there, and does force the retreat on VIDDY here. So VIDDY's got to rethink his plan here. Maybe amass those mutas one more time. We do have 7 corruptors and 4 mutas for his opponent of Aegis, and the 3 mutas for VIDDY as of yet here. As of now. So VIDDY will move himself back here. Has a few mutas chasing his dogs down. These mutas will try and counter him off here. 3 on 3. Obviously, Aegis got the first few shots off here, so Aegis has a bit of an advantage here. Not much of one, but did have a bit of one. Trying for the wall one more time. Almost has that spine car dead. Finally gets through the wall here, so now VIDDY can go to work there and at least has a little bit of a hole for the time being. But at the same time there, he is getting attacked down the other end here with this 1 muta. So 1 muta doing a little bit of damage, at least as much as it can anyways here. Slowly killing a few of the drones of VIDDY here. And VIDDY finally has some corruptors. He has finally said, I will counter your corruptors with my corruptors. So it will be corruptor on corruptor, 7 on 7, but 4 mutas for Aegis here. So Aegis with a bit of an advantage, and the queens as well here. Maybe VIDDY thinks that he can attack ground with the corruptors here, but he is going up there. We'll take out a couple overlords here, and will more than likely lose this engagement as he doesn't have any mutas up there to support him. But at the same time, he does have 6 of them sitting back at his base here. So we'll start amassing a little bit more of an army here. And there we go. Does clean up the rest of VIDDY's corruptors. 1 more left there. And do we have 1 more up here? No, we don't. And does have a lot of standing around drones. Might want to look to get some expansions all over the map here. But at the same time, doesn't have a lot of money. So maybe move him over here to buy off the 1 expansion you do have. So VIDDY definitely looking very good in the income tab wise here. His opponent is down and out. Hasn't really got that re-expansion quick enough here, as he is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. VIDDY banking up a lot of his money here. And there we go. We also have some more mutas coming out for VIDDY here. So if we take a look at our good old army tab, you can see it is quite the advantage to VIDDY here with 9 mutas, 12 dogs. There we go, 12 mutas, 12 dogs, but 6 corruptors down at the other end here. At the same time, he can't really do anything until he gets that drone transfer over here. And there they go. They're going to try and clean up one of VIDDY's overlords there, and there's the drone transfer completed. Nothing to mine to as of yet, so we'll be a little bit of a long distance mine as for now. In the meantime there, VIDDY's going to mass a little bit more of an army before he feels comfortable moving out here. I would have to imagine he maybe wants to get his count a little bit higher on that ground army as well, realizing his opponent really doesn't have a ground army, just has basically those mutas to go there. Didn't really tech out of it, so he's definitely sticking to muta slash dog slash a little bit of baneling, but he is out of banelings now, so not going to stick to the banelings. He's going to go look to see if his opponent has re-expanded, as he does know his opponent loves those hidden expansions. Does see nothing is there, so we'll continue across the top of the map, I would have to imagine, now that he's gotten up to the upper left-hand corner. Or we'll maybe float them up there for a little bit here. Take a look at the production tab. He is going back to work on the mutas. 11 more mutas coming on the field here. That will leave him a total of 23 mutas, which will be a very massive count of mutas there, which should be enough to clean up the whopping 6 corruptors of his opponent here. So here he is. He is going to elect to move in here. Those dogs are going to do a ton of damage here. There's nothing to stop them on the ground here. And there we go. Mutas on corruptors. Here we go. That's basically it, I guess. Aegispotae has said enough is enough. Gives him the GG. Like I say, just didn't get that expansion re-expanded quick enough there. Left him at a deficit. So my condolences go to you, Aegis. My congrats to you, VIDDY. Scoring on the games. I will give this one by VIDDY fairly decent. Wasn't overly bad of a game. A lot of corruptor play, I will say that. Opponent kind of had the right idea, but at the same time, they're not the greatest macro game by no means. I will give that game a 3. We will give VIDDY a 3. Going back in order here, I Am Canadian, which was done previous to this. Not the greatest game. That opponent was probably one of the worst. It didn't really know how to expand. At the same time there, I Am Canadian did have to fend off quite a few Banshees. It did a good job of it. Very good unit compilation. At the same time there, like I say, the opponent just wasn't there. Got to give that game a 2. Going into the other game, which was our good man Hash Browns. Hash Brown did himself some good old Widow Mines, got in his mineral line, a couple of drops came in. Was pretty tough to defend. Tanks got put on the move command by the opponent, a little bit of a mistake there. A little tough to defend there. That game was fairly decent there. I will definitely have to give that game. Going to be a little bit rough on this one, but I'm going to give that game a 3. Now, if we go into the barcode game, which was probably the one I enjoyed the most, I will say that much there, was a lot of early pressure put on barcode there. I thought the opponent might have had it a couple times there, but barcode managed to fend it off, managed to get into mass voids, and then basically go at his opponent from there. I'm going to give that game a 4 out of 5. And now for next Friday's challenge here. Here we go. And I do believe that next Friday is the 20th, if I am not incorrect. This is what it's going to be. Will be very intriguing to see how this is going to go for you guys there. Now, I tried to even this out for each team. If you are Zerg, you can only build Hydras. I'm giving you the 1 unit. And your choice out of Broodlords or Ultralisk. So you're basically a 2-unit build. Hydras is one of your units. I got to give you some anti-air, only because your highest tech units are only ground. So therefore, I gave you the Hydras. Broodlords and Ultras are the only units you can build. Build as many Queens as you want as well. So if you really want to go Bass Queen, have at her. Other than that, there, Terran, you are going to go with Maurader. And then you can combine that with your choice of Battlecruiser or Thor. Now, if you're going to be the Protoss, you are going Carriere / Tempest, as you can expect, the highest end units. And you only get the choice out of Zealots here. So you'll be Zealot / Carriere Tempest. You will be Marauders, and then your choice of Battlecruiser Thor. And you will be Hydra, and your choice of Broodlords or Ultras. And you may build Queens, so Zerg might have a bit of advantage if you do a Mass Queen build. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you send your replays in the tractorchute at gmail.com. And remember, if the worm's sticking out of the hole, don't wear my shoes. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.